G'day everybody and welcome back to Dog Shadow Gaming, the channel where we live to game and game to live. As always, I'm Belth and today we're looking at episode 7 in our Boris Todbringer Elector Count campaign. Playing on the Steel Faith Overhaul mod with Cyrano's Faction Unlocker so we get all the goodies for a proper Meddenland campaign. It's a little bit different. I hope you're enjoying it. Anyway, we'll get straight into it right after this. And we're back. Okay, guys. So last episode, I think it was episode 6, obviously. We were heading over here. Now, the plan was to jump in here and get a little bit of replen for our troops. And then go see if we can take this. There might be a fight here. If there's not, great. We get a bit of cash, or we get a bonus, or we get something. There's also another one here. Now, we had a couple of buildings. Let's have a look here. Karenberg, we do have the Karenberg great swords ready to go. So as soon as we get some cash, we can recruit them. They're going to be loads of fun. So a little bit different than the standard units in that you have standard units armored, armor piercing, anti-infantry, area attacks, which makes them great. Yeah? 45 weapon strength there, with a certain amount of that being obviously AP. These guys are 60 weapon strength. They're a little bit better on both the melee attack and defense by 2, which is good. They're both up to 40. Speed is exactly the same. That doesn't change anything. Leadership is slightly better by 3, I believe. Yep. Armor's exactly the same. Charge bonus is a fair bit better. It's 6 better charge bonus, so that's cool. They're a legendary unit. Damage dealer, melee expert, and area attacks are also armored as well, of course. So we got that there. We will be getting Knight's Panther later on once we can afford to put it in there, which will make this particular, makes Karenberg extremely important. And we really need to get a military alliance with Altdorf in order to try and protect that a little bit when we're out and about. Now, the general long-term plan here is, well, we are going to upgrade this to give us more income for trade, and obviously upkeep -3 for crossbowmen, spearmen, and own armies faction-wide. So that's faction-wide. It's really good. Brings down the cost of recruiting them quite significantly and ups the ranks. This is a really good one to have. Up here we have growth +50, casual replenishment rate +8, and then upkeep for cavalry faction-wide again. So some really, really good buffs. There's one up here we're going to take, and that is this one here. So originally I was going to stick probably that one in there to take it out of here. You know, get our rally field in there, but this is a frontline engagement area. I realized as I was thinking about it, I really want to stack in all of my unit building stuff in here and keep them as safe as I can behind some nice big walls and a really big garrison. So we do have our walls going, so this is somewhat safer, and we are building towards settlement. I think 4, yeah, 3 or 4, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, getting all that going. So we're going to really quickly here get this going, because what this does is generates more income again, which is what we are sorely in need of. The furs will also generate income with all of our trade agreements, which is really great. Gets that growth going again, up another 10%, and -3% for infantry units own army. So you're stacking them through all of your armies. 3% doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking, you might have 2 or 3 different armies, and infantry units make up the bulk, so that is a fairly good saving for us. So we're going to throw that in there like so. Now, Brass Keep is definitely, we're not at war with them yet, but look, it's getting bad. 206, they're getting hostile now. There's a full 20 stack in there, as we have looked at before. Hergig is not at war with anybody, I don't think, at the moment. Let's have a quick look. Who are you at war with? Who calls? Oh, they are at war with the Brass Keep, so that's good. They are trading with us. They are improving too. Who loves us the most? Oh, Empire loves us the most. Yeah, they're just being stubborn and won't give us a military alliance. That'll happen sooner or later. So what we need here is we need a cash injection. Buildings are going nicely, but we do need a little bit more just to keep us going. So what I want to do here is I'm going to pop in here. We're going to kick back here, just go into get a refill, and then we're going to smash into this, and then hopefully hit up to this. Then we'll shoot back, because by that stage, I have no doubt we'll have some enemies. Now, we had smashed all the front end here, which was good. We're just keeping them on their toes. So keep putting pressure on them. You don't want to let them grow too big. They're growing bigger in the back, but they'll be fighting each other. Wolfric is consolidating just about everything that you could possibly imagine in here. which is fine. He's also at war with all of these guys. I am hoping he'll come down here eventually and we can Erengrad, maybe even take it, so I can take Erengrad. I had one of the viewers tell me that Erengrad is actually, and in all the games I've played, I can't ever remember, except for very late game, which you don't care at that stage, taking Erengrad. But what I've been told is it's extremely lucrative. It's almost as good as Marienburg, apparently. Now, Marienburg has been taken by the Empire, that's fine. I probably could have moved, when I rethink about how I could have redone the campaign, it's hard because we've gotten to where we have been from being very defensive and just attacking on the border. But, you know, and that is why we haven't been totally smashed with chaos, corruption, and all the rest of it, as tends to happen. We actually have very little, which is great. That's because we keep putting pressure on their border and not allowing them to build up too much and come and raid too much. And we got rid of Khazrak very early. So, what is happening here is the other thing that could have happened is that what we could have done is, excuse me, my headset has died for some reason. There we go. Hopefully that's all right. Don't know why it did that. What could have happened here is that we could have taken this, which then we could have slowly built. However, that means you're putting all your money in here to try and build that, which means you're very weakened here and you can't defend. So it's kind of catch-22. Yes, this is a great source. You're not going to piss the Empire off, and it's a great source of income. But also, as soon as you take it, you get even more raids coming down the coast at you. So, yeah, you know, there is something to be said for later game having maybe all of Marienburg and all of Erengrad, because neither of them are Empire or technically. Oh god. My god, I can't remember. Total blank here. Total blank. You know what I'm talking about. These guys over here. They're not actually part of them, so they're not part of that alliance treaty. But anyway, that is as it is. Let's keep going and move into our next turn. Now, we did have the Meddenland Ruin Fang. We got that Talisman for the ward save and armor piercing with the passive there for glittering scale. I think that's all we needed to do that turn. That was all the building we had to do. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we've got Elric. Elric down the corner here. He is our embassy lord. He's just going to run around, open up the map for us, give us as many trading partners as we possibly can get, which is cool, and give us as much use out of those trading resources as we can get as well. Okay, so we're going to move into the next turn now, I think, and I think that was it. Yep. You're coming down here. Cool. Fantastic. As always, guys, I will be cutting the end turns out because they're a bit long and boring. So if you're getting a hard cut, that's why. It's just moving the turn, so you don't have to sit through it. All right, and now, what happened during the turn timer? Okay. So a couple of things. The skulls were destroyed up in the top-hand corner here. They were over here, so I think Wulfric has taken them out. Oh, look. Looks like Hellpit's been taken. Wow. Skaven are gone. Someone's been pushing here on the dwarves too, so that's down there. There was the takers were there. We have a defensive alliance with Gizorex. They paid us 600 for that, so it was cool. Trespasser, we do now have the Brass Legion. As I said, they were getting pissy at us, so they're coming out here. They're possibly recruiting. I feel like we're pretty safe here. To be honest with you, the garrison is fairly strong. And yeah, and you know, we're level 3 walls, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm not too worried. We also have some allies about, so it's not too bad. What else? Okay, so war declared. Etten and Carcassonne have declared war, so there we go. Reichland and the Wanderers have declared war. Now that is good for us. The more that declare war on Wulfric means that it's easier every time we have to fight him. We get bonuses, and this will help us to confederate and do other bits and pieces. And then Brion has also declared war on them, so yeah, okay, whatever. Our harbor's been completed, and our construction of our hunting camp has also been completed, so that's good. They're all positives. So we're gonna go, yeah, we're gonna put that up to full level 3 so we get all the benefits of that. So good. Now we're pulling in 1600 a turn. I feel like what we could do is possibly recruit another Empire Lord, although I don't really want to do that until I got someone a little bit better, like an Empire Lord of some note. Like who could we... I don't have the cash for it now anyway, to be honest, so... because we've just spent it, but... if we go this... No, I want to go this. So we're going to move over here. Now, he is a military ally, Yonko. So we are getting full replan off that, which is lovely. And now, all of our buffs to our replan are now working really, really well. So all of our casualty replenishment rate is working super well. Yeah, so we've got one more there. This just allows us to have one army for a while and still fight it out. The problem with if you don't go down this tree to some regards is that you know, obviously we've got all those issues with cash and that, but also on top of that, as we said, we're going to be fighting up in here, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, look at that replenishment rate. It's fantastic. We're going to be replanned in one turn, and we didn't even have to hunker down to do it. So we're going to be able to go straight after that in the next one and over here, and then we're going to zip back if these guys, to see what these guys are doing. Yeah, so we're all good. There's not really a lot else there, guys. And that's really it. All right, guys. Let's move on to the next turn. I'll see you back after. Oh, we've missed. He's got to make his move. I've got to keep him going. So we've got one or two others here that we can do. So I've got to reset him a little bit. All right, we're back. Let's have a look at the world events here. They're trespassing, so they might be going after the state-issued infantry. Okay, state troops, armor plus 10, excluding greatswords. That's cool. That gives everything. That's all of the garrisons as well. So, first things first, we're pretty much fully replenished, which is fantastic. Gonna move... right up to here.
To battle!
Beautiful. Right, yeah, cool. And we're starting to build again by the looks of it. Now, there's another thing that we could do here is we could recruit another lord. General of the Empire. So he's got a bonus. So, amongst his other titles, the Castellan Engineer is the Defender of the Walls, charged with ensuring the capital never succumbs to siege. Okay, he's the Castellan. Right, so he's one of our lords, level 6. So we could bring him out, I suppose, or we can just get one of these guys. This guy would be, if we're going to recruit it, and I have to think about it, but if we're going to recruit campaign movement range plus 5, campaign line of sight, yeah. Campaign movement range. He would be a defender, right? So this would be a defensive player. So basically it's a cheap army that we can move between these three to bolster defenses if they are going to get attacked. It's not really an attacking him, you know, army as such. It's not really meant to clean out stuff too much. It's just meant to defend. Now they're pretty safe. But this one's going to start to get worse if he starts coming here corrupt. Very surprised if they don't start attacking here soon because he's surrounded. I keep saying this looks like a really interesting, because I find Chaos to be exceptionally boring to play. They're not as tactical. It's just sort of run across the map and kill everything. It's not really. What is the cost here? If I pull him out, he's going to cost me... It doesn't cost... I don't have to recruit him again, so there's a heap of cash I have to spend. But it costs 269. monster trucker, arch lector. So he costs a fair bit more to upkeep. Battle prayers, armored. Yeah, okay. He buffs. Movement range. Armored armor piercing missiles, firewall smithing. So he's a ranged lord. I really sword infantry, but he's ranged. Armored armor piercing missiles, firewall smithing. Not a huge fan of them. Tend to find that you need a lord that's going to go toe to toe with another lord, otherwise you've got no answer, and he will just sit there and poke shots at it. But I mean, you can put him on a mount, and then I assume he would fire from the mount still, maybe. I wonder if he would. I'm assuming he would. I mean, we could just put him in there. He's going to cost 260. We've got 1663, so we're not actually doing too badly, but that is a majority of our income coming in to do things. So we've finally got it up there. So getting him in there probably wouldn't cost too much, and then you'd probably need to get a couple of units on him as well. So let's just real quickly, before I do that.
Yes, my lord. Onwards.
Okay, I have to wait there, but I can get that next time.
Sigma.
Let's keep this. Will give us access to this, and then we'll get this one here.
Let us move.
Come around here. Oh.
Moving off.
Skaven.
To battle.
Okay, so they've confederated. That's cool. So toes are still there. Okay, cool. We've opened up a couple more options there. Some interesting gameplay going on this this game. Some interesting moves from the NPC. Not bad at all. Do we want to? So let's say we want a defensive force, right? So it's mostly going to be, what if we got in? It's probably going to add a lord to the, I mean, you know, Salesman doesn't have a lord. You know, Dieterschaffen actually has an Empire captain, so it's not too bad. At least has a lord to bolster defenses a little bit and deal with shit. And it's pretty strong. Like, its defensive stats aren't too bad. We're pretty okay. I'm a little worried about this, though. I mean, it has walls, to be fair, but there's no lord. And that means one of these units is going to be lord. You know, there's a captain here. There's captains in all of these, so they're not too bad. As long as he doesn't head down to Westmond, we should be fairly okay. So not a massive problem there. All right, so I think what we'd want to do, and because this is lighter, is possibly get him in there. Recruit. It's 269 plus. Let's say I give him. I don't have to. I can just have him sit there, can't I? Additional Lord Recruiter will increase your total army upkeep by 5%. So your total army upkeep is estimated to increase by 486. It's a lot of money. It's not just that, 269. We might wait a turn and see how we go. We can always recruit him in one turn, so it's not too bad. All right, so we've done pretty much everything we can do this turn. We do have a new ammunition for missile units. That's not really an issue. That's a problem. Flagellants, not really using them. Weapon strength for units with spears. That could be good. But for units with swords, also pretty good. Pistoliers, armor plus 10 for units with spears. Cash would be nice. Income from trade. +5, additional tradable resources +5, also good. Income from ports +10, growth +15. Let's get this cash flowing again, so even more. So let's do that real quick, and that's really it for this round. Okay, I'll see you after the next one. All right, and we're back. Okay, so what's going on here? A group of witch hunters approaches the Emperor. My lord, these are dark times. Necromantic cults are spreading. The rate of chaos mutation in the populace is increasing. Not a day passes without yet more news of blasphemy, heresy in our land. We do what we can to stem the tide, but we need more resources and the authority to strike swift and hard whenever it deems necessary. Support the witch hunters, so we lose 1,000. We do get untainted, which is cool. He's going to keep putting tanked in there at this point. And turns around, gives us +2. Yeah, I'm going to decline the achievements for now. But I'll keep the 1,000 gold
What
at
does
this
the Emperor
point.
bid? By Sigma's right.
So
Take up the pace. Move. Onward.
there we go. May have to defeat a foe in battle. Great hoard of treasure may be received. So let's do it. I'm gonna sail to the wreck. Here we go. And oh, this is pretty good, but we'll fight it anyway. All right. All right, so what has he got here? Let's have a quick look. We've got the Vampire Fleet Admiral Polearm. Okay, so he's Polearm, Spellcaster, Armor Melee Specialist. He's got some Depth Guard there, looks like Polearms. Just some standard chaff, a couple of Polearms. We've got the, I can't remember what they're bloody called now. I so rarely play the Pirate, Vampire Coast. It just, I should like them because I liked ranged armies, but I don't know, I just don't like them. They're really strong, they're uber strong. Right, so let's have a quick look. He's got a couple of polearms here, zombie pirate deckhands, zombie pirate deckhands. He's got the pirate gunnery mob there. Gunnery mob, zombies. He does have the rotting leviathans. We do need to get rid of that. We do have a little bit of anti-large, so that's what that's going to be dealing with for the most part. And we'll probably get the Way Watchers on him fairly early. Gunnery mob. So yeah, we want to really get in and nullify as much of the missile damage that he can do. Pretty much as quickly as we can. So what we're going to use here is these guys here have as sneaky as we can. They have Stalk. So they're going to come right through here. And we're going to start shooting on this back line. Okay, and he doesn't have any of the cannons to be able to outrange me. So I have the range advantage, which is good.
General!
We've got our 2 cav, which also gives us a very good advantage. Where's his polearms? Now, we really want to get rid of the dangers in this army are definitely the polearms and obviously the rotting leviathan. If we can, however, take out this guy, then that'll be a bonus. Now, my aim here with the Way Watchers will be to come in here in the back and hopefully hit these guys or take out this, which is cool. No, there's really no polearms around this side till here, so we can deal with them over here with these guys. Pop them in 2. There are other guys here. And we'll pop them over here. Now, the way it sort of works is you're now applying pressure to both sides of the map. It should just make them all a little bit more wary. Now we do have some anti-large, which is great. We're going to be using that on that rotting leviathan as quickly as we can. And I'm going to want to be pulling these guys back behind the line. So we want to put, you're going to get shot at, right? So basically you're wanting to, and that leviathan's going to come straight in the middle. So we want our anti-large in the middle there too. So we're going to go bang, bang, anti-large, bang, bang, right? So that's all of our shielded units. We'll roll them fairly, yeah, pretty much there. Although we will sit back a little bit because we have the range defense. So there's no point in The line's going to get busted one way or the other with that Leviathan. You can't do much about it. So we're going to do that. It's very, very, very thin, but that's okay. Because we just need them to hold, and they will hold. Now, archer units to the sides as always. I'm going to pull them back just a little bit. We will outrange, so that's great.
Crossbows ready, General!
Yeah.
The Empire endures!
A little bit like that. Again, don't pull your crossbow in too wide, because that means when they turn, they'll go through your lines, and they're slower to turn.
Halberdiers!
Halberdiers in the center again to deal with that. This rotting Leviathan when it comes in.
Great swords!
Now the great swords, they are going to be wanting to deal with anything like with pole arms and all that sort of stuff here. So they're going to mulch through all that. So the most of his actual infantry is here, and so that's what we're going to want them ready to deal with. So we're going to pop them over here, and then
ready for war!
our
Soldiers of the Empire!
Yeah. I mean, pretty
By
good.
Ulrich's wrath!
Might pop you there and then throw
What do you bid?
you here. Okay, so back those lines up. We don't want them taking the initial charge. We want these guys to take the initial charge and then them to charge, counter-charging to give us that buff. Now,
We are ready!
our anti-large, we are definitely going to want here. Even there. Because when he comes in, we're going to want to be shooting him with everything we've got. All right, so take off the skirmish mode
Take
for these
aim!
guys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we are. This doesn't really matter. They can shoot over. Mortars can shoot over, so you don't need to set them. These guys, not so much. So what we might do
Rocket battery!
is put them over to the side a little bit. Let's just double check line of sight. Yeah, they're good. They've got line of sight. I'm gonna pull them up a little bit over to here. Rightio. Yep, they're good. Right. Cool. So they can turn. They're back. We're going to get full firing arc on everything right off the get-go, which is nice. And then we'll be able to shoot down the line here as much as we can as they come in. Mortars are fine. They're going to shoot over stuff anyway. What we might do is just pop them there, which will give us full range as soon as they come in as well. Okay, by setting them off a bit, we can possibly get some cross. Probably not a lot, but we'll give it a go anyway without trying to shoot it. These guys are not, neither of these guys are very accurate, so you don't really want to be firing them in 2 units once they've engaged. Okay, so let's begin the battle now. Start moving these guys forward. That's it. Okay, we're getting those buffs from the forest. And yeah. Okay. Got our cav going to the right. Cav going to the right. Now, I realise that we have a massive advantage here. We're going to win one way or the other, but I do like to go through it and sort of talk about the tactics of what I'm doing. Otherwise, why bother watching, really?
Moving now.
Okay, that's cool.
Fire!
Need to get rid of those guys.
Mortar!
Shield
Shields
guard.
up! Shields up! Your orders?
be shooting on the Leviathan.
Crossbows ready, General!
Take the pole arms out.
The Empire endures!
Shoot the Leviathan.
What do you need? For Sigma, fire! Hellstorm!
Okay,
Cavalry ready!
into the rear.
Missile
Pull
troops!
back.
Ready for war!
Okay.
Now! Crossbowmen!
Back.
Speed!
That Leviathan's getting into our lines. Move forward, we're going to take them out. I'm going to pull these guys back here. I'm going to pull back.
Soldiers of the Empire!
Put that anti-large in the front there.
Crossbows ready, General! For Heldenhammer!
Okay. Doing a good job.
Hellstorm rocket
Pull
battery!
back.
Find your
Shooting there.
targets!
Keep shooting there.
Ready for war!
Jump
Charge!
onto them. Onto them. We've got the halberds anti-large on there. Yeah, that's fine. Move these guys in.
For Heldenhammer!
Fine. We've got some halberds on there, so I want to pull them out.
By Ulrich's wrath!
Pretty much gone now. He is anti-large as well.
Crossbows ready, General!
Anti-large archers on there.
Ready for war!
Pretty
Ready
much
to
done.
fire! Quickly!
These guys back. Our general's giving a bloody good showing there, so we're good there.
Cavalry ready!
He's dead. Okay, Rotting Leviathan's gone. Last one goes there and there. So not too bad. The Rotting Leviathan busted through the front lines. It was going to do that. He sort of went after my my rockets and that, which was, I should have probably predicted that. We took minimal casualties, to be honest. Looks like the Hellstrom got MVP. Yeah, MVP. Yep. So not too bad. Not too bad. How would I have redone it? I didn't get onto the... what I could have possibly done is left the crappy front line or left the way watchers and brung them over the side with the anti-large archers here, the huntsmen, and had all sort of both of them hunt that Leviathan down pretty quickly. I did sort of get the halberds on them fairly quick. They didn't get a kill, but they certainly did help bring him down. You know what? We'll take the cash.
Moving on!
Leadership, chief victory in leadership and fighting at sea. Cool. No worries. Oh, we got Sigmar's Sons. Very nice. We got 5,000 out of that and bonus 1,500 experience. Untainted plus 2 local problems. Defense, ambush defense plus 15%. That's cool. Campaign line of sight plus 25. Very nice for Toddy there.
Who called?
Very, very nice. Rightio. Now, what do we want to do with Toddy? Where were we going down this tree? I think, casual replenishment one more. Yes, we could do that and finish the tree. Unit experience, iron discipline. Emperor's finest. Melee defense for spearmen, halberds. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Crossbow handgun, especially. Okay, yeah. Imperial gunnery, mortars and halberd. This is putting out a lot of our damage. This certainly wouldn't hurt. Sigmar's War missile resistance also would not hurt at all. What is going to be the biggest benefit to us right now? I'm feeling like casual replenishment rate is probably one that will be a pretty big one. It jumps us from 8 to 15, nearly double. So that's what we're going to spend the point in there. We got another point, damn it. So, I mean, we can finish off with his missile resistance there. So probably do that for now. cool. All right. Now we took a little bit of damage from both of those, so we can just...
It is for the best.
Zip back here. And get our... Beautiful. Right, so we're going to get almost fully replenished again. So again, that replenishment rate is gold. So we're doing all right here. So we can head up to here. Right, yes, definitely want to be continuing to strengthen the Empire here. Where are we? This gives us... This puts an Empire captain in there, which is great. Actually, it gives us 2 Empire captains. I think great swords, halberds. How does it change dramatically? 1 great sword, 3 halberds. No great sword. So it gives you a great sword and 2 extra handgunners, which isn't too bad. Plus it ups another 50, plus public order, plus growth, plus grants more construction slots. So this is all good. So we're going to do that. Minus all yeah, casual replenishment rate. Yeah, that's definitely worth doing as well. So we did spend a bit of cash on that, but well worth it in the long run. So Laurelin Forest. The Forest of Lauren is home to a thriving elf enclave of elves that refuses to leave the old world at the conclusion of that refused to leave the old world at the conclusion of the War of the Beard. Gives us medical plants, some elven trinkets, disciplination plus 15 with wood elf realms. Very nice. That means we don't have to worry about them. Untainted plus 4 region wide, so that is way worth it, and then you can recruit Way Watchers. So really cool building. Right, so this gives us timber. So that would put us up to recruitment point plus 2. So basically, if you have this one, is that faction wide? Faction wide, own armies faction wide minus upkeep. That must be just for that area. So that's giving you basically crossbowmen and spearmen. Minus 6% faction wide, all armies. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. What do we need here? We need to keep strengthening these guys because he will get attacked. There is no doubt about that. This also needs to get to level 3 so that we can... Right. Okay. Although actually we only need that for the handgunners, to be fair, and the Empire Captain. We don't actually need it for him because we already got that with Carringburg. We can already recruit. So that's cool. Yeah, that would be good. Up that public order. That's definitely a must. Okay. Secure our borders, or our realm as much as we can, so that we can go foraying out to do these things. So we do have Sigmar's Sons, which may be worth putting in the army. We can afford them, I think. Let's have a look in. We won't be able to do it till it'll take us a turn. Kind of just want to head out and take that. What's this? That was a shipwreck. What's this? Remnants of a battle. Okay. Okay. Be worth. That's about it for this turn, I think, guys. So let's keep moving, and I won't bother to recruit them yet, and I'm still going to hold off on the general just for now because I need this income to keep coming in so we can keep upgrading. Well, it's relatively quiet. I mean, we do have the brass keep in there, but that's really it. Okay, we're going to go into the... forgot. I keep forgetting about him. Ah, there you go. Okay, so they must have come back. I need to stop forgetting about him. All right, back in a bit, guys. All right, and we are back. Now, before I do anything...
Who calls?
No, because I have to fight those. Sometimes you have to fight them?
Sigmar compels us.
Cool. No, just got 1,500 for the treasure and didn't have to fight anybody. Okay, so that's still pretty cool. So, what are we going to do here?
Pick up the pace.
We're going to start heading around here, and I want to head all the way down into here and see if we can't catch up with the dwarves here and get a nice little juicy, because they're very nice to trade with, the dwarves. Very nice indeed. So we're pretty good here. They don't seem to be growing. They're just filling my land with corruption, which isn't great. So the instant I go back there, they're just going to piss off again. So that's not real good. Now, Hochland, during the break, did establish a military access pack with me, which is cool. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yep. So I'm hoping that they have an army or something they want to send out here and deal with him. Otherwise, I may have to start looking at what I'm going to do with that. We will do this. To give Westmond, we need to continue up with that. Anyway, Westmond, this will give them another halbers and a greatsword unit, which is cool. At the moment, they don't have any greatswords, so they'll have at least one more halberd, one more greatsword, which just gives them a little bit more strength. And gives us access to Empire Captains, which is always cool.
Raise Sigma.
Do I need them for Boris? Probably not really. Not for this, not for in the army anyway, because I'll probably get a priest to buff everything, and then a wizard to give us some more
What does the
damage.
Emperor bid?
Okay, so and the question is here: do we want to? What we can do is we can do
To
this.
strengthen the Empire.
No, we can't do that. Doesn't matter.
By Sigma's right.
I don't want to head out and grab that, and keep pumping in money while we can. We have a little bit of a break at the moment until they've built up, so it wouldn't be too bad to do.
Moving off.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's keep
Onwards.
heading over there. Okay, excellent. We've already done the other guy. Yeah, we did him, so he's right to go. Now, let's quick look at the guys. Yeah. They're heading down a bit, but otherwise they're doing all right. We're making cash there, so we're all good. Bordello. We get a trade agreement here, mate.
Protector of the...
Bow before the rightful
Oh, wow,
lords of
military
the realm,
alliance.
and I
Who are
will
you
hear
fighting?
your demands.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. But you will pay for it, of course. We've got a trade agreement out of them, military access, and we'll make them pay for it. I mean, yeah, good. Go up a bit higher. Moderate, okay, we'll take that. Beautiful, we got a bit of cash out of that, which is nice.
This action does not.
How you looking there,
Greetings
right?
from
No,
Sigma.
still not going to do nothing with me.
What? Welcome, my countrymen.
I mean, they like me, but they're just
Approach
not.
us, friend, and make your offer. A fool's action.
Not going to do anything just yet. Okay, well, it is what it is. Bordello, yeah, we're good there, we're good there. Everybody else is pretty good. Is there any more trade agreements we can get going? This is the question. I think that's it.
What?
Your man gods and
Non-aggression
dubious
pact.
masters.
Disagree with that.
No? Okay. Let's see. That's really it for now. Okay, we have to wait till we get to the dwarves for a little bit more action there. And I think that's it, guys, for this one. Yeah, I think that'll do us for episode, what are we, 7. Stay tuned for episode 8. It will be coming out very shortly presently. I do apologize, guys, for my hiatus for a couple of weeks. We were building the business. It's been on and off for the last sort of month and a half where I've just been really busy at home doing the daytime job thing. This is my love job. So if you want me to do more of this more often, then please support the channel, hit up our Patreon, yeah, help me out. But other than that, I don't want to shill for myself too much. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. And yeah, really appreciate your time, guys. Have a good one. See you later.